Hey, what's happening, y'all? It's your boy Rico from Street Scores with a quick report. I wanted to report the jersey numbers that our rookie class will be wearing, including undrafted free agent running back Jaret Patterson. Also, on top of that, Sammis Reyez. We saw some clips of Sammis Reyez. I may do a video breaking down those clips as well a little later. But we also have a clue as to what jersey number Sammis Reyez may wear. And it's actually pretty eye-opening, I'm not gonna lie. As for me, I'm wearing the 21 for this video. So I had to pull out the 21 for the jersey number reveal. Without further ado, man, let's get it. Alright, we're gonna go one by one in order of the jersey numbers, so from lowest number to biggest number, starting with Dyami Brown, ending with John Bates. Dyami Brown will wear number 2. I like that number for a receiver. And the fun has already started with the NFL loosening up jersey number restrictions, because last year Dyami Brown wouldn't have been able to be number 2. But now he has the same number as Matt Ryan, and honestly, it looks better on him than Matt Ryan, I'm not gonna lie. I like number 2 for a receiver. It just sounds like he's a speed demon. I don't know why. Receivers with single digit numbers just sound and look faster on the field, I'm not gonna lie. So I'm excited about Dyami Brown. I for real feel like him wearing number 2 is gonna give him a +5 to his speed attribute in real life. Next up, we have Benjamin St-Juste, the cornerback. He will be wearing number 25, and I like that. Solid outside corner number, you know what I'm saying? And that projects what he will be, an outside corner. I mean, there was some speculation that he may be groomed and developed into becoming a free safety, because we still have a slight need for free safety right now, honestly. Hope we sign Bobby McCain to fill that. But as far as Benjamin St-Juste goes, it's nice to know that he will be a straight outside corner. Number 25 is a solid number for him. I agree with that selection. Next up, you have undrafted free agent rookie running back Jaret Patterson. He'll be wearing number 35, and that's really interesting. That's the same number as Earl Campbell, so hey, I'm really looking forward to seeing what Jaret Patterson ends up becoming. Not expecting him to be Earl Campbell at all, but I'm hoping that he can be a nice 1-2 punch with Antonio Gibson and JD McKissick as the third down back. Then next up, you have Darrick Forrest, number 48, and that pretty much screams I'm playing in the box all day. Like, number 48 is literally I'm about to be in this box. To me, that's more of a linebacker number than a safety number, but it's kind of like a smaller linebacker, like a hybrid linebacker safety type of guy, and that makes sense. He has the athleticism to potentially shoot up to free safety if they're able to develop him into that. His film doesn't show a lot of free safety position, but his athletic traits and the way he tested does. But he would have to improve mightily in IQ and instincts and awareness and things like that before we could even think about trying him at free safety. But for now, 48 sounds about right. He's going to be a special teams ace that helps make impact plays in special teams coverage. And then he's going to be groomed to be like a strong safety around the box overhang type of guy. Maybe the direct replacement for Landon Collins. Then you have Jamin Davis, number 52. Love that number, man. I love 52, man. That's a great linebacker number. And y'all already know Ray Lewis wore number 52, and Jamin Davis really has no ceiling. He's going to be as great as he wants to be. It's going to depend on his work ethic, his film study, and all of that. But athleticism-wise, he's one of the most athletic linebackers to ever touch the NFL. And he's already pretty instinctual overall, but especially for a guy that only started 1 year. Like, the fact that he's only started 1 year, and his instincts and awareness, his gap responsibility and discipline and all of that is where it's at already is astonishing, honestly. People are going to look back years from now and wonder how he made it to pick 19. I can already tell y'all that. But yeah, man, I love number 52 as a number. Camaron Cheeseman, number 54. I mean, I guess he took whatever number is left over, because I'm pretty sure the long snapper did not get high priority on jersey number selections. I'm pretty sure he was the last in line. But 54 is straight. Nick Sundberg wore 57, and Camaron Cheeseman is going to wear 54. So, I mean, that's around the right range for a long snapper, I guess. Then you have William Bradley King wearing number 56, and that's kind of interesting to me, because I was thinking maybe he was going to add some more weight and be a true 4-3 defensive end, edge rusher type of guy, and maybe pick a number in like the 90s. But with him going to 56, it sounds like he's going to be more of an outside linebacker in theory, but I still see him playing more of a defensive end role in a 4-3 rather than a 3-4 outside linebacker. He's a little undersized for 4-3 right now, but I think he best projects as a 4-3 defensive end at the end of the day. He just needs to add some weight. But I'm a little shocked by that number. That's the only number out of this entire list where I'm like, okay, that's interesting. You know what I'm saying? I wasn't expecting that. Again, I know he's underweight, but I really thought he would be shooting for the 90s. 56, it sounds like he's about to go out there in coverage most of the time, and I definitely don't see that. Speaking of going in coverage most of the time, my boy Shaka Toney, one of the 3 most exciting draft picks that we had in this class for me. He's going to be wearing number 58, and I'm very happy to hear that. They've already said that he's going to probably try to move to Sam linebacker, which I love. They already had him doing coverage drills at the Senior Bowl, and he excelled at them. Now, he still also has a lot of pass rush upside. He literally had like top 5 bend out of this entire draft class out of edge rushers. So the fact that we got him in the 7th round makes no sense. But even with that, I still prefer him in coverage and as an outside linebacker that will occasionally rush the passer, but that's not going to be his primary responsibility. At least eventually. I feel like early on, until he develops into a full-time Sam linebacker, he will be a situational pass rusher on like 3rd and longs and things like that. But I'm really hoping he lives up to that number 58 number and plays outside linebacker. Go out there and be Derrick Thomas if you can be, man. I would love that. You wearing the jersey number, go channel his spirit, man. And then you have Samuel Cosme, another fairly confusing one, 62, because that sounds more like a guard number. Typically tackles are in the 70s, and I know our goal is to put him at tackle, but then again, we do have a crowded tackle room already, so maybe he'll play guard early in his career and then eventually develop into a Pro Bowl, all-pro level tackle, which he has the potential to. Not betting my life savings on it, but with him being the 2nd most athletic tackle ever drafted into the NFL since 1987, there's really no ceiling on him. Him and Jamin Davis honestly don't really have a ceiling to compare them to. It all depends on their work ethic, their film study, their practice habits, and how much work they're willing to put in to be great. Because their natural born given ability is there. That's all there. It just depends on if they can get the mental and technique parts down. But yeah, Samuel Cosme wearing 62 caught me a little off guard. Not as confusing as William Bradley King with 56. But still, I mean, that sounds more like guard than tackle. I mean, I can see him wearing 62 at tackle, but it's gonna look a little weird. And then you can't even say that's the number he wore in college. You wore 52 in college. So it's not even like he chose 62 because that's his old number. I mean, maybe he went for the 2 so that he could at least have 1 digit from his college years with 52. Remember, Jamin Davis took 52, so Samuel Cosme, of course, had priority after him, especially for linebackers. Jamin Davis is supposed to wear 52, so that makes a lot of sense. But I guess Samuel Cosme chose 62 since he couldn't get 52, which was the next closest thing, I guess. Maybe he wasn't okay with 72, because the only person on this team wearing 72 is David Sharp, and I'm not even entirely too sure if he makes the team. So I'm pretty sure if Samuel Cosme wanted that number, he probably could have gotten it. But I guess he prefers 62. It's closer to 52. It's only 10 numbers away, same last digit. I don't know. Then Dax Milne is wearing 84. That makes a lot of sense. I mean, he's a receiver. He's kind of a taller receiver at like 6 foot, almost 6'1". That makes sense. And he's not a speed demon like Dyami Brown, who's wearing number 2. So 84 makes a lot of sense. But there's a lot of great 84s in history. And I love Dax Milne, but I highly doubt he'll ever be Randy Moss, Andre Reed, or my boy Shannon Sharp. I mean, I honestly don't see it, but hey, man, I like 84 and Dax Milne, though. I do. When he's out there making those crazy circus catches, 84 is going to look real nice on him. And then John Bates is wearing number 87, which kind of makes sense. I mean, that's a tight end number right there. That's literally Rob Gronkowski. I hope he can be that one day. Remember, Gronk is going to go down as one of the greatest tight ends of all time, but he was drafted in the 2nd round. Remember that. He was not a first round, definitely not even a top 10 pick. He was drafted in the 2nd round, 42nd overall. John Bates was taken in the 4th, and I'm definitely not saying John Bates will be Rob Gronkowski, but I believe he's underrated, especially amongst his fan base where a lot of guys don't like him at all. I'm really excited about John Bates. I feel like his floor is way higher than a lot of people give him credit for. And also, lastly, even though it's not included on this document, I saw clips of Sammis Reyez. He was out there wearing number 80. And 80 is a really interesting number for him because to me that sounds more like a receiver. Maybe it's because of Lavernius Cole, because he wore number 80 for us, but at the same time, coincidentally, he wore number 87, which John Bates is wearing at some point in his career as well. So I don't know, it's a little weird. To me, number 80 sounds like a wide receiver, not a tight end. And maybe he didn't get a tight end number yet because he hasn't earned it. So far, from what I'm seeing in these clips from the practice, and again, I may do a video analyzing them and showing y'all the clips, he still looks very raw, and he may not be ready to play at all year one. He may not be a tight end at all yet. He may just be a straight up developmental project, like when you're recruiting guys out of high school, just athlete, no exact position, just athlete, and they probably just gave him 80 because nobody else is wearing 80. He's literally the only 80. Logan Thomas is wearing 82. Isaiah Rice wearing 83. So 80 was wide open for him to take. But again, that's more of a receiver number to me. And like I just said, I think they're okay with giving him number 80 until he actually develops into a tight end that we can actually throw out there on the field on Sundays, because he doesn't look Sunday ready yet at all. So they were just like, hey man, take whatever number, take something close, and we'll figure it out later. I feel like by the time he's ready to truly be a tight end, maybe he'll do a number switch, or maybe he'll be attached to number 80 and just stick with it. I mean, Jimmy Graham was number 80, and a lot of people, including me, think if Sammis Reyez can get his blocking technique down, his route running down, his hands, and be able to take a hit, he's literally going to be a better blocking, more athletic Jimmy Graham. So I like that. I like the fact that he's literally wearing Jimmy Graham's number. Again, number 80 still sounds more like receiver to me, but Jimmy Graham was a receiving tight end that couldn't really block it all. And I think if Sammis Reyez is able to get his technique down, he'll actually be a really good blocker. But for now, I guess he's just a receiver out there. But yeah, man, that's the end of this video. I probably overanalyzed all of these jersey numbers, but y'all know me, man. That's just how I am. I gotta analyze every little thing. Y'all know I can't just present to y'all the jersey numbers without diving deep into each number. That's not what y'all pull up the street scores for. We already know that. But please get in the comment section and let me know how you feel about everything discussed in this video. Also, please like this video if you liked it. If you learned anything, please subscribe if you haven't. Hit the bell next to the subscription button so you get more informative and opinionated videos like this one. Be on the lookout for all of the film sessions for our entire draft class, including undrafted free agent running back Jaret Patterson. Also, be on the lookout later today on a review and me revealing some of the clips that I've seen from rookie minicamp so far, mainly on Sammis Reyez. And if I can get some Jamin Davis and some Shaka Toney, I would be excited about that as well, because those are easily the top 3 rookies I'm most excited about watching during training camp. I'm also very excited about Dyami Brown and John Bates and a lot of these guys, Jaret Patterson, but I feel like they have higher floors than a Sammis Reyez and a Shaka Toney, because they're just bigger mysteries. We just have no idea if they're going to be the greatest thing ever, or they're just not even going to be ready to make the 53-man roster. So Shaka Toney and Sammis Reyez are really interesting to me in that aspect. And then Jamin Davis, to see if he's finally going to be that linebacker we've needed since, what, London Fletcher? Since we've like had a truly Pro Bowl Hall of Fame caliber linebacker on this defense. That's the only thing we were missing last year. That and a free safety and a lockdown corner. We went and got the lockdown corner. We have some potential free safeties that can step up, and I'm really excited that Jamin Davis could potentially be Jack Del Rio's Luke Kuechly. So like I said, Jamin Davis, Sammis Reyez, and Shaka Toney are the 3 guys I'm by far the most intrigued about going into these rookie mini camps, OTAs, mandatory mini camps, and training camps. But yeah, man, again, definitely get in the comment section. Let me know how you feel about all of that. And of course, man, I appreciate all of the support, man. Real talk. Big shouts out to everybody that donates to the channel big time. Big shouts out to everybody that's a sponsor, especially my Pro Bowl sponsors whose names you see scrolling on the screen right now, man. I really appreciate all y'all. I'll catch y'all later. I'm out.